It's so simple, really. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you start something, finish it. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. If I had followed the multitude, I should not have studied philosophy. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. People who talk well but do nothing are like musical instruments. The sound is all they have to offer. Virtue is the health of the soul. An angry man opens his mouth and shuts his eyes. Every child should be trained to not be disheartened in the face of misfortune and to endure hardships. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Well-being is attained little by little, and nevertheless is no little thing in itself. In my mind, there is no reason why Stoicism shouldn't become as popular as Buddhism, especially in the Western world, where the dominant culture, Christianity, itself absorbed a large number of elements from Greco-Roman Stoicism. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. If you accomplish something good with hard work, the labor passes quickly, but the good endures. The fates guide the person who accepts them and hinder the person who resists them. The wise man considers in silence whatever anyone says. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. Let a man accept his destiny. No pity and no tears. Try not to react merely in the moment. Pull back from the situation. Take a wider view. Compose yourself. The most beautiful thing in the world is freedom of speech. The best way to keep good acts in your memory is to refresh them with new ones. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. A Stoic is someone who transforms fear into prudence, pain into transformation, stakes into initiation, and desire into undertaking. Run down the list of those who felt intense anger at something. The famous, the most unfortunate, the most hated, the most whatever. Where is all that now? Smoke, dust, legend, or not even legend. Think of all the examples, and how trivial the things we want so passionately are. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. We have complicated every simple gift of the gods. In the meantime, cling tooth and nail to the following rule. Do not give in to adversity, do not trust prosperity, and always take full notice of fortune's habit of behaving just as she pleases. So I should say that civilizations begin with religion and stoicism and end with skepticism and unbelief, and the undisciplined pursuit of individual pleasure. A civilization is born Stoic and dies Epicurean. I believe Stoicism can help anyone who takes it seriously and begins to practice it. It will help them flourish because it will provide them with a compass for navigating life. Because your own strength is unequal to the task, do not assume that it is beyond the powers of man. but if anything is within the powers and province of man, believe that it is within your own compass also. Nothing, to my way of thinking, is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company. Everyone has the gift of speech, but few have the gift of wisdom. He needs little who desires but little. There are clearly people for whom Stoicism immediately clicks. It becomes natural, and others for whom it doesn't. Then again, Buddhism is an excellent alternative if it speaks more clearly to one's personality or cultural background. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. If evil is spoken of you, and it be true, correct yourself. If it be a lie, laugh at it. The Stoics thought that a fundamental insight into human life is that some things are up to us and others are not. The famous dichotomy of control. Up to us are our judgments, decisions, and actions. Everything else is not up to us because it is influenced by external factors. Death itself is a natural occurrence. It is unavoidable, and the Stoics thought that part of philosophical practice is to get comfortable with the unavoidable, learning to face it with courage. First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Fate permitting is a standard Stoic phrase meant to remind ourselves that planning things is up to us, but the ultimate outcomes are not under our control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. I only start to speak when I'm sure that what I have to say is not better left unsaid. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. The soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. Do everything like someone is gazing at you. No matter what happens, it is within my power to turn it to my advantage. The wise man sees in everything reason for inquiry and study. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. To live a life of virtue, you have to become consistent, even when it isn't convenient, comfortable, or easy. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. The greatest good you can do for another is not to share your riches, but reveal to them their own. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. Man seems to be deficient in nothing so much as he is in time.